Hey guys, MZ here, and yeah, not had a battle in a long time, mainly because I've been ridiculously busy, and that's just how it's going to go these days. Next couple of months, I'm really not going to be uploading that much, so yeah, just going to have to bear with me for that, so sorry, but that's the way it rolls. And so, here is actually it's the first round of Equinox Tourney, and this is against SuperNova, who I was paired with for the first round, so I really didn't have a team, so I decided to just go back to the generic Sandstorm team because, you know, that's generally a good idea, I guess. So he leads off with a Ment. I don't quite know what type of Ment it is, so I go to Nubs to take whatever, and it takes the Earthquake, which is nice. And I see he doesn't have Life Orb, so he might be, I don't know. I'm not sure what he is. I don't think he's banded because it didn't do that much damage, and I wouldn't think he was Scarfed, so looks like he is actually mixed. He's maybe Expert Belt, and he goes for the Draco Meteor, which I encore, which is fine, because then it just gives me a free switch into something like Heatran, I guess, because it can take that. But I decided to stay in anyway and go for the Toxic. He actually switches to his Gyarados, and here I made a massive misplay. I know that Gyarados do usually carry Taunt, but that was kind of in the old days, and I didn't think they would anymore, so this one does, and I stay in, and I really should have switched to Heatran there, because I had HP Electric with the Scarf, would have outsped. He probably would have stayed in not knowing that I would have had HP Electric and would have died, so here I made a really bad play going to Heatran after the encore, misses, and he Dragon Dances, and then, because I'm so clever, I think that Heatran will outspeed Gyarados with a Scarf, but it doesn't, and he dies to Earthquake, and that cost me hugely. That was a massive misplay right there, because Heatran could have helped me so much later in the game, and oh, that just hurt me a lot. So I go out to Dickheads, and I guess I go with a Sucker Punch. I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure I do, and he switches out, so that's okay for me. Unfortunately, I don't have my rocks up yet, so Gyarados will still be able to come in, but I'm going to try and fix that soon enough. So I go to Nubs, predicting the obvious Draco Meteor, and he takes it nicely, as Nubs always does. So now I don't quite know what to do, because I don't really want Gyarados to come back in and try and set up again. It can't really because of Toxic, but I decided to knock off, I think, predicting some sort of switch, and I knock off this Machamp's Scarf, which was really helpful, because a Scarf Machamp running around really would have been a pain for me, and I didn't really want to, you know, face one of those things, because, you know, Machamp is annoying when it hits you with Scarf Dynamic Punch and you can't attack because Hacks gets you with the stupid gayness. So Stone Edge, super effective. I encore the Stone Edge, and I'm not going to stay in, obviously, because he has no guard and it's not going to miss. So I don't have a chance to rest. I'm going to go to something which is going to be able to resist the Stone Edge, which is in fact my Shell Shock, and he goes to his Altaria. Now, I was not sure what Altaria does, so I kind of looked it up on Smogon to see what its common movesets were, and most of them carried a fire move, so I was kind of afraid of taking a hit from this thing, like Flamethrower, but I decided that he would probably want to, you know, do something else, like set up first, so I did decide to stay in, and that was okay, because I managed to get up my own rocks while he got his up. So I'm going to try and Rapid Spin here while he Dragon Pulses, just to get rid of his rocks, because I don't want them there, and he Dragon Pulses doesn't really do a lot, even though it is a special attack, but he doesn't obviously have many special attack EVs because he's a wall, and Nutcase resists it, so obviously that's good for me. So I got to Nubs because that's why I got rid of the Stealth Rock, so I could get a safe switch in, and I think I'm probably going to rest here because I just want to get myself back up to full. As he switches out, he goes to his Gengar. Now, Gengar can literally do nothing to touch Nubs, so if Gengar's still running around, I need to make sure I keep Nubs for Gengar, because if I don't, then it will pretty much wreak havoc on my team. So he goes for the Shadow Ball and gets a special defense first turn. The special defense drop first Shadow Ball he does, which is really annoying. And yeah, that kind of pissed me off that he got that. But some reason he switches here to Machamp. I don't quite know why. Obviously because he didn't think Shadow Ball was doing enough, and he knew I could pretty much just rest it off and keep stalling him out. So he cross chops this time, probably predicting a switch, and I wake up and encore his cross chop so that he can't switch to Stone Edge and try and annihilate me, which is good because I guess I can rest up again, or Toxic. Well, actually, because I saw he had cross chop, I didn't want to Toxic because I feared that he was a Guts Machamp, and but then again I realised that he wouldn't have been because he wasn't missing. So I never realised that actually, because he had Stone Edge and Cross Chop, which are both quite, you know, low accuracy moves, and he probably did have no guard, so I would have been better off Toxic. But it doesn't matter, I get the rest off, and I go back to Nutcase so that, or Shell, why did I call it Nutcase? This is Shell Shock, this is the one that explodes, to try and Rapid Spin, but he goes to that thing, and he actually Dragon Dances, which was kind of annoying, because I thought he might Flamethrower me, or if he had a fire move, use that, but he Dragon Dances, which really did annoy me, because I could have walled it with Shell Shock. Why am I mixing names up so much? I just haven't played this game in a long time, so I just don't know anything anymore. So his Air Knight misses with the Draco Meteor, which was really nice because I didn't take damage and I got rid of the Stealth Rock because of my Rapido Spino, and that was helpful. So standard, just switching about here, and I guess I'll either go back to Nubs to take the hit or stay in predicting something else. I can't quite remember because this was a while ago. So here I'm either putting in a Charger or I looked on Cerebi or something, I don't quite know. But he Earthquakes with the +2, and he gets a crit, which was, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, but if it hadn't happened, Nutcase would have still been alive and would have been able to Majigga kill him with a Rapid Spin, and he wouldn't have been left on like 1 HP, what he is here. So, I go for a Sucker Punch on the Salamence, and he dies, which was nice, because it was annoying me, I guess. Now he goes to Weavile, and it seems his team is really, really weak to Stealth Rock. So here, I was really fearing the Pursuit. I was really fearing the Pursuit, but thankfully he went for the Fake Out, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't think he's carrying Pursuit, because if he had been, he would have definitely used it there, knowing that I was locked into Sucker Punch. So I thought, okay, but he won't have Pursuit, it'll be okay later on. So I'm still asleep with Nubs. He goes out to Chuck Norris, and he's going to try and cross chop me, which doesn't do really that much, and I completely forget about Stone Edge here, and I think he does Stone Edge me and take me out. No, he cross chops, and for some reason, I'm not sure why, perhaps he still thought he had a Scarf. He probably forgot I knocked his Scarf off or something, but he kept using cross chop. I don't really know why. Stone Edge is obviously a lot better, and he switches out and goes to his Gyros for Death Fodder. Doesn't get the Intimidate, obviously, because if you die from Stealth Rock, Intimidate doesn't work, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway because Nubs really doesn't have any attack. So now he goes back to this thing, and now he uses Stone Edge. So this led me to believe that he'd forgotten that I'd knocked off his Scarf, which was kind of weird. But I'm still asleep with Nubs, which is annoying, and I know another Stone Edge will take me out. So I stay in, hoping to live, and I do on 21, which was pretty good. And I encore his freaking Stone Edge so that he has to keep using it, and I think I stay in so that I can get a free switch in. This is my plan. I want to get a free switch into Lucario and set up Swords Dance, because I know Stone Edge can't do anything to me, and with Swords Dance set up, I should be able to do some good sweeping. So he goes to Altaria, it takes Stealth Rock damage, and Swords Dance up, which is really, really helpful. And I'm thinking 1 Extreme Speed should take out this Altaria. So I go for the Extreme Speed, and I can't quite remember if it dies. I think it does. And it just lives, actually, and he gets up his own Stealth Rock, which was kind of annoying. Didn't really matter because it was quite late game, but anyway. Now he goes out to Gengar. I'm like, fuck, I completely forgot about this thing, and now if I switch in Nubs, it won't be able... I don't have Nubs anymore, which I needed to keep for this thing, so I have to go to Tyranitar Death Fodder, Focus Blast, and it doesn't miss, which was annoying, and I die, so I'm thinking, crap. Now, he has Gengar, Weavile, and something else, Chuck Norris left. So, I go to Dickheads, and I think, okay, I need to Sucker Punch here to take this thing out, and hopefully he'll die. But he actually goes out to his Chuck Norris, and I Stone Edge because I predicted the switch, and it takes him out regardless. So I predicted the switch to Weavile there while Sucker Punching. Now he goes to Weavile, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll just switch out to my Centralized, take the hit, but he pursues this time, and I was like, no! That really, that cost me massively. If I'd Stone Edge there and taken him out, I really may have had a chance to win this, because Dugtrio probably would have been able to switch out on Gengar and then Sucker Punch for the win. But unfortunately, that Pursuit, he left hidden really just, that screwed me over, and that was really well played by him that he concealed it till right at the end of the match. So great game, SuperNova. Good luck on the rest of the tourney. Unfortunately I'm out, but there are more tourneys. And common rate sub, I'll hopefully be back at some point. I'm not sure quite when, but just keep looking out for me, guys, and catch you later.